Sham Masech the Trumas, Daf Tzadik Chesed Med Aleph, on top. Yidisha Sigit Basura Mashchaim B'Yisrael, Geshachaim Ben Yitzchak, Ez Shimon Ben Reb Yitzchak. This is like Domer Rabbi Sai, because this Lat Gemara, Omid Gemara rather, is going to discuss the mikveh, the psulim for mikveh, the mayim or the mach which passes the mikveh. Just by way of introduction, a few words. Mayim shuvim. What's the mayim shuvim? Look at Baz in the Chuvas, Chuvah Pei Vov, Klola de Milsa. And otherwise, there's four different opinions in mayim shuvim. Shalta mimenu yodiacha dati v'moka shekulim mayim shuvim in poislim in atoyim midrabon. Mayim shuvim is a psul deraisa, it's a psul derabon. So to the Basa say, Shuva reisi bezeh, hey svaras, 5 svaras. All echad yesh lo iponim ka'alocha, yesh mishukos the kula shuva psul midraisa. The mikveh is in ganzen shuvim. Shuvim means it was water. The water went through a kli, some type of a kli, a vessel. So that's mayim shuvim. Geshepta basa. It means water that was not originally from the ground, originally from the shemayim, but went through some kind of a vessel, which is shuvim. I mean, it was, some kli was added to it. So it's kula shuvim midaraisa, v'zeh das rashbam. V'sas mefoshim. You soon see, because the Gemara is going to discuss now how Truma overlaps in the mayim of Truma and mayim of mikveh, how it overlaps one to the other. So it's good to have an understanding of what is shuvim. So one opinion is that Kulei Shuvim is Midraisa, that's the Shita Rashbam. Yesh Misha Kosav, Kulei Shuvim Ksheira Midraisa. It's kosher. Ve'en loch Shuvim Ela Midrabona. We'll soon see what does the Rabbona mean. Because you have the Rabbanon, you have the Raisa, and you have Divei Seifim. And in the Divei Seifim, there's at least 2 different opinions in Divei Seifim. But Al Kaponim is saying the second Das is the Dasiri, that Shuvim is the Raisa. The Rashbam holds the Rashbam holds the Raisa, and the Ri holds the Rabbanon. V'chein nire das b'Yosef Halevi, v'das HaRambam Perik Daled Mehilchos Mekvois. V'chein das HaGoynim, that's only with the Rabbanon. The Rabbanon, the Rambam says Divei Sefer, but he calls it the Rabbanon, the Ritbaz. Yesh Mishukosav, so you have the Raisa, the Rabbanon. That's 2 shittas. The third shitta holds the Kula Shuvah. If it's in ganzen shuvim, the whole mikveh, the whole memsah is shuvim, inami, or other, gimel lugin mayim shuvim, betchila, pois mikveh b'deraisa. The gimel lugin passes midraisa. Avol, but the rest, avol gimel lugin apnei hamayim have been the rabbanon. There, that's a benetam. The benetam holds, and the only thing of gimel lugin is passes midraisa, but the rest is only the rabbanon. The shuvim itself is nishkan deraisa. Yesh mishukosav shimoli because of posel mideraisa. In other words, he took the water and he put it on his shoulders. That's mideraisa. As I mean, but you did that water, that work of the water. That's mideraisa because you did it with the odom itself. Ava b'shuva aydei kli me'aleim kagoin tzibizeh she'ein boi tvisas odom. No human hand touched the water. Shem leim is fine. You put on whatever goes onto a pipe or goes into any kind of a kli, that's not shuvim. That's only with the Rabbanon. Or the Raisa, that's not shuvim. Shuvim is only because if the person actually put the water into the mikveh. Zeh das harayvit. Those are the shits from the Raisa. Yesh mishukosav the shuva idei kelim hamakablan tumeh have the Raisa, but shuva idei kelim she'en hamakablan tumeh is not with the Rabbanon, but that das harash, and thus the opinion of the Rash. Klolo the milsa soch l'sakan ha-mikvois l'katchil das kol ha-poiskin, or all the shittas, side the Raisa, side the Rabbanon, side the Kelsev, side Nishai, the Kosev, the Gimel Lugan, is the Koris of V'chome, u'b'diavi yesh l'ismach ha-divrei ha-goynim, she'yeh roiv ha-mikveh mayim shem, the goyim hold that only the roiv of the mikveh has to be kosher, v'ami yitshuv ma'idei hamshocha, the hainu reviyu hamshocha means how you machshir the mikveh, you put it on the ground, you machshir the mikveh. So this is in the Kitzur Nimritz, that's the 5 different shittas in mayim shuv. Sorry, the Baz looked at Rambam holds is only the Rabbanon. Vuzuk the Rambam. So the Rambam writes, Peg Dalet, Hilchos Mikvois, I'm only saying Agdom, but without this, it would be very hard to understand. This blood is a share blood on them, but just a little bit to understand. Probieren zu verstehen. Medivei, sagt der Rambam, Peg Dal Halacha Beis. Medivei Seifrim, Shamayim HaShuvim, Poislim, Psul Netvila. Passos for Tvila, V'yoid El Mikvish, Mayim, Sheinem Shuvim, Shenofel Teicha Shlosh Gimel Mayim Shuvim, Pasla Akol, Gimel Lugim, passes the Mayim. If you don't have Mem Sor, and have Pochas Mi Mem Sor, Gimel Shuvim falls in, that's a Psul, Gimel Lugim, and it passes it. And those like the Rambam is no medivei seifrim. Afi shepsul mayim shuv medivei seifrim. This is very interesting. We had this by tzir, but it's a by tzir. Tzir is the rabbanon, but you learn it from psukim in Tois Kahanim. So Gestalt Damos, when we learned it, how could tzir, the issue of tzir, be only with the rabbanon? So psukim mamish in Tois Kahanim. It's a ganze parsha in Tois Kahanim. You learn it from over there. So it's how could it be only the rabbanon? We do azazah. Here you have by Shuv Moses. So that's a Hekish. It's not a Hekish in Tois Kahanim. Sheyoyma ach other Mayim ubor mikve Mayim yeh tor hamayim ein by Tvisis Yad Odom klal. It's not Shka Kosa, Shka Yad Odom. Abor kula midei Odom. So Shuvim kula Mayim Shuvim. Amar Chacham ma'mikve lo yeh lochal kula shoyv. The boy be ain't so clear as case. So maybe the Rambam that even though it's a hekesh, but you learn off in the Seifim. Notice, please, that he doesn't say midrabanon, he says midrabei Seifim. So do. Allah Yeshiva Bochum Hashem for the Rambam in Hilchos Ishus. Zog the Rambam in Hilchos Ishus Perek Aleph. Koydem Matan Torah, Hoy Adam Pegei Adam B'Shuk, Im Roitzu Lisa Oisa Machnisa. Sagt der Halacha Beis, Lekuchen Ilu, the Kedushin, Mitzvahs HaSeishel Toirehem, Uke'echad Mishloish Dvarim, Ube'echad Mishloish Dvarim HaYishin Nikdes, Bekesev, B'Shtar, Ube'biyah, Ube'Shtar Min HaToire, Ube'Kesev, B'Divei Seifim. Das ist Mach Ma'al Mal Bekesev, das ist no B'Divei Seifim. Was heißt B'Divei Seifim? Amar Avraham, sagt der Eivet, der Shibish. Upirish Mishibish Hiteu. Sagt der Reibe, das meint nicht mit der Besäufim, he holds mit der Reise, sagt auf dem der Magid, Ma'ashu Kosa Rabbeinu Shakesa, who mit der Besäufim, what does that mean, der Besäufim? It doesn't mean mit der Rabbanon, who me ha'shoyrish ha'sheni, sheni acharab b'Sefer HaMitzvahs, sagt der Rambam Shengshim in the Sefer HaMitzvahs, in the second chapter, second shoyrish, she'en advorim nidroshim b'gzeiris shove, not in the gzeiris shove, or be'achas mi'id gimel midas, and in Dvar Torah. So it's not a drash from the Divrei Torah. Not like the Rambam says over there in Mikvois that it is a drash, even though it's called Divrei Seifim. So like the Maggid at the Rambam Haltish Azoi. Or back in the Yidgib B'Midas, according to Dvar Torah, El Divrei Seifim, El Ken Yomer Behem, B'Biyah Shem in HaTorah, V'hu Zal Soba, Shuhu Perusha K'tzasam HaFoshin, the B'Shtar, Omru Boy, Shuhu Ben HaTorah, V'loi B'Kesef. Das ist nicht mit Divrei Torah. V'kva Hissig Hu Zal, L'mi Shishol, Mimenu Ma'atam, Omru Shakesef B'Divrei Seifim. The Maggid is muching sich here. Why is the Rambam called him Medivei Seifim? But Ramban Hirich LeHasigol the Ramban in the Sefer HaMitzvahs Azeh b'Sefer HaSoga Shechiber on the Sefer HaMitzvahs made a whole Sefer on the Rambam Sefer HaMitzvahs. V'hib b'zeh dvorim on the Shoroshim of the Rambam v'da she'af l'divrei Rabbeinu af b'isha kesem Medivei Seifim harei hu goyim b'bo l'chol dover k'moy hashta v'abiyah. Even though it's not a Divrei Seifim, but something dinam es wird ishta l'chol davar, and it's doch chayiv misa, it's doch chayiv koros. Shekiven sheniktas isha bechad b'shloish dvarim ilu is nasis mukadeshes v'abo aleh chutz mibay l'chayiv misa bezin. Chayiv misa bezin. I don't say that. He said because it's a drash, and once the drash, it's a din for Divrei Seifim. So it's a little bit different than he says in the Sefer Mikvois, but Al Kaponim, it's Divrei Seifim, it's against the Rabban, the Rabban is Achsach Meshwissending from them, he says it's only the Rabban. Okay, so jetzt mit der ein bisschen Background, zugehen zu der Gemara bei sich.
Kule Shuvim is also only
Kule Shuvim, yeah, it depends what kind of Shuvim. Bekosef, or not Bekosef, not Bekosef, yeah.
not just Shlosh Lul.
Yeah. Roiv, you can have Roiv. Roiv is Roiv. Okay, what steht in the Mishnah? Noch einmal bei sich. Mishnah steht, Mishnah steht. It's a very good chazal what the Shita saw. Zog the Mishnah. Zog the Mishnah Tzadik Vovim and Beis. I'm going to say it noch mal. Koyim Tzadik Vovim and Al. The Mishnah fängt sich an. Kol ha-nichboshim zehem zeh. Anything that's nichbash zehem zeh. In other words, some gevayk that's soaking one in another. It's kavish or it's kumluach or whatever. It's pickled, whatever. Mutorim. It's all mutter. You don't say kavish kumuvushal. It's mutter. At the end of the Mishnah says, make kvasim and make shalokis. The water that's soaked from these vegetables or whatever it is, but now what to do with the vegetables, mei shlokish shel truma asurin l'zom. It's also tazah. Why? Because the mei kvasim has a din like truma. It's yirokis. And what's that? What kind of din does it have? It has a din like truma. That's why it's also tazah. Zet medoch that the truma from the yirokis goes into the kvasim, the vasa, the moisture that comes out. Otis adin the truma is also. So why do we say that if you now mix the water from make kvasim from truma and something which is not truma, so it should be also, because that water mixes one with the other. This is even if you hold that what kibbush is lav kimavushal dami, that's what the Mishnah holds at the end. Is make kvasim make shlokish truma is also l'zah because it's from truma, it comes out of truma. How did the Mishnah say kol hakavoshin zeh zeh mutorim kavish lav kimavushal? But the make kvasim, the make kvasim the is truma. The make kvasim is truma. It's talking the make kvasim from this yirokas, and which is truma, and the make kvasim the other yirokas doesn't get mixed up as on the shayin also as ataruvus and mayim. The chayit of zeh shvet is talking about that. What's the pshat? I mean, the shet from the Mishnah, or Furush Mishnah, and the Rambam paskin these both. We saw this yesterday. The Rambam paskin these both a lot. And I said if make kvasim and make kvasim the chayit. Bishloim, if you want to say the kvisha from the Yerokas is lav kemugushel dami. So maybe we say one. Machas want to say as eins geitish im zweiten. It's a geitish. Lav kemugushel geitish nicht. But if you have the make kvasim from truma and the make kvasim from nishon from die zwei mayim darf sich mischen zusammen. If the mischen zusammen darf das sein also als truma. Sage the Mishnah say später als kol kvasim mitorim ashet doch make kvasim at chadim from truma. The chiddush of the sefer for the Mishnah was this game of yet learn and say make kvasim umeish logish truma is surah, and the pshat is as the Wasser was the weißer von der truma is truma, and ob it's truma it's a Mishnah chazayis mit Wasser. What's the pshat?
It's only on the ben.
On the ben? What do you mean on the ben? No, make kvasim umeish logish. Noch einmal. Kol hakvasim zeh
means the ben, not the mine.
The actual Yerokas.
What?
The Yerokas, not the mine.
Well, the mime is good. The guy is good.
The mine is also. The mine is the chamas.
If the mime is also, and what are you doing with the water? You spill out the water and it's garnished, and the etzem zach is garnished.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? Okay, I'm going to answer the Gemara. Okay, Tamon Teninon. Steht zu jetzt die Gemara, a Mishnah von Mikvah da in Trumas. Was a Shaykh said Trumas of Mikvah. You're telling me the make of Wasim, the Pshat is, are these make of Wasim, is it a Machal or is it mine? What's it does? Huh? What's it does? Is it a Machal or not? Is it a Machal or not? So if you tell me make of Wasim is a Surim, steht da, halt the Gemara, das hat den von was? Für mine. Because if you have a din for machel, then it wouldn't be a shaykhs this Mishnah. Tamon teninon, ilu poislin. There are certain things that pasel a mikveh, like gimelung mayim shuvim, pasel a mikveh. V'loy mal. It's not mal. I mean, you can't make a mikveh. It's only a poislin. It's not a mal. It can't be mashing to the mikveh. Amayim, bein tohirim, bein tameim, mei kvosim, mei shlokis. Asamed, this the schmutz that comes out of the yain, the shmona from the yain. Actually, hichmas. What?
Sulfites. On the bottom of the bottle you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if it's sulfite. Sulfite is a chemical. It's chemicals. This is shmona that comes in the process of the wine when you crush the grapes. In the wine, the process of the grapes, it comes on the bottom. There's some particles that come in. That's the sulfite is added. It's additive. Yeah, it's additive. That's not that. Zog the Pnei Moshe. Ilu poisons are mikveh v'gir melugan. You put in Gimel Lugan, 3 Lugan of Mayim Shuvin into the mikveh, even though the Roiv of the mikveh is not Mayim Shuvin, but the Gimel Lugan is in that it passes. Shaila, what is it? I said, the Rabbanim, most hold this only. The Rabbanim, I call it Pat. Meloim Malim, Lahachshir, Ligashir. You need Memsa, and this Gimel Lugan, it's a poison. It's not Malim. Sagt der Menafelde, Ilu Poison HaMikveh V'loi Malin, HaMayim Shuvin, Vasemet, Shmore Yain, that's the Shmutz of the Yain, Shenosna Aleim, Mayim, Lasis Mem Choymitz, V'dayin Loich Mitzvah, this makes it vinegar, it's also the same thing. Freit the Gemara, Hoch Atov Le'oichel, here you're telling me that Mei Kvosim is also. Why is Mei Kvosim is also? Not because it's Mayim, because it's a Ma'afel. Atrum is Nishah Mayim, Nishah and Trum. Why is it also? Because the Gemara says, straight in the Mishnah, make Kvosim is also, but I didn't feel Machal. It's a Machal from Truma. V'hoch ata obed le mashke, and here you tell me that the make Kvosim could pass the mikveh. Well, how could it pass the mikveh? It could only pass the mikveh. It's mine. Some put food in, food doesn't pass it, right? So that but that's didn't for mashke. So chasnira, neibay. Monisha, it is a Machal, or it is nicht a Machal. It's a Machal of the mashke. That's the kasha of the Gemara. Omer Rav Mona. And for the Gemara, you know what mayim we're talking about? Nish ala mayim hot adin for mashke, nish ala mayim hot adin for machal. Kan be kashin, here it was hot. Kan be rachan, it was vayach. Kan be oichel, kan be mashke. What's they do? That's the kasha. What's the teretz? Zog the Moshe, hochat abalei mashke, the person's a mikveh. You tell me it passes the mikveh. So in the Mishnah Mikvah states that the Mikvah and passes the Mikvah has to be such as adin for Mikvah, so adin for Mashke. Can be kashim as nisen doch in the Mishnah Trumas im heim koshim v'charifim. If it's a yerek kosher, a hard yerek v'charifim, maybe interesting. He says it's kosher and charif, meaning not oy charif, is charif. So this is what we said before, that always the Gemara said before that if it's a charif, Kol HaKavashim Mitorim is only if it's not charif. If something which is charif, beya, aluf, these are the things that are sharp. And if they're sharp, then it transfers from the kavashim, it does transfer over. And here he says it has to be kosher and charif, mighty. We didn't see that before. And so that's when we say that's a din for machel. If it's a dover charif and kosher, v'hosam dot in mikvoyis, when it says over there mikvosim, you say the mikvosim, what a different mashke and not a din of a machel, berachim the havik a mashke. If it's soft, it's got different mashke. Ain't teretz. So ain't teretz kan bo'oichel kloiman. She'oichel hu b'soichon, chashivi ka'oichel atzmai. Okay, so this is what we just answered the Rabbi side. The other had geantwortet. Nicht ganz stiere from the Reish of the Sefer, because here we're talking about make kvasim, who may shlokish atrumas as soon as the it's also to a zar, the make kvasim alone. And those who state in the Reisha, kval kvasim heim mutarim, because one is talking about what? This is talking about the etzam zach itself. Calling kvasim is mutar, but the maim shaboy, that's takavos, that's takavos, also. So you tell me here in the Sefer, make kvasim may shlokish atrumas as soon as the why is it also to a zar? Because the Maim has a different from the Machal. If the Maim has a different from the Machal, and the Meik was as also, so the Machal itself has to be also. If the Maim of the Machal is also, and it's also because of the different from Machal, so Bazoi, in the Reisha, by calling Chboshen Zeh, why say Mitom Zeh? The Mashke itself, you tell me that is also, because that's Shem Machal, that's in the Gemara. Ugal the Shami learned of the Mishnah, so that we alum the Shtekul Gemara, right? This is Hashem Machal and this is Hashem Mashke. And you tell me in the Sefer the reason why it's also Zog the Gemara because of the Machal, right? Or there is pieces of the Machal and it's Koshim, they have pieces in there. Sha'oichel hu b'soichel chashivik ka'oichel atzmai. It's kosher. So about it's kosher. Somehow it's not exactly the physics I don't understand, but the Dosh Tei don't the Gemara. So very in the Reisha, it's talking about the same thing. It's the double kosher.
The truma,
Yeah. Go ahead.
The truma part that's also.
Truma zichos. Not the truma part.
Not the truma part.
Yeah. What do you mean it's mutter? Kol Rosh Hashanah mutarim. No.
Kamba means when the truma is still in there.
The time is in the water, but it doesn't go into the other pieces of bed.
The water is also. Why is the water also? Because it has a machal in there, and that machal becomes also. Why? Because nichbash is nichbash.
Makes the
time of Truma.
Make kvosim because it comes out, the tam comes out of the kevis, right, of the yerek, and it goes into the make kvosim, and that make kvosim has a din Hashem mamach, right? So you have these two liquids. It's a liquid, right? Even though more goes on mach, Hashem the din for mach, but liquid is it? So these two liquids mix up. So what are you going to tell me? Calling the boshin zem zem mutoim is what? Is the etzim yerek, the yerek itself, but the machra, is mutter. What's with the machra? The make kvosim. The make kvosim is takosim.
The time goes into there, but it doesn't transfer in.
Kabbalah kapota, no. Kabbalah kapota. If it comes out, it goes in. That's like a klal ganz taruv. It's like Kabbalah kapota.
It doesn't go into the other piece.
But if it's pilot, it's got to be belayed. Moshe, you tell me it's pilot, right? The kevis is pilot, right?
Kilo b'truma.
Huh? It's the same thing.
Kilo b'truma.
It's a mark of a truma.
The makel on that the other piece does not.
Oh, a kilo b'truma. A kilo b'truma means that truma is not a rabban. Yeah. The go, yeah. Kabbalah kapota.
From here, but not boiling into there.
Okay.
It has to be.
Lass mal den weiter. Sag dir mal weiter. Just want to finish the Amid base. Okay, kan boy kam mashke. So this grab make kvosim, this fun make kvosim was a different oichel, and you have make kvosim was a different mashke. It depends on what it was. If it was a kosher, it's machel. If it's not kosher, it's a different mashke. Das ein teretz. Noch a teretz. Amar Rabbi Yossi Babun. So Rabbi Yossi Babun, I feel the time become bekashin. Both of them are kashin. So why you make kvois? Hot is Hashem for mashke. Bekam berach. Or both of them were rachim. Sai mikvoi, sai in trumas. Noisen tam betrume, vein noisen tam bemikve. Was meint das dabei sei? Viele Themen ist, was heißt nicht tam bemikve, ist da tam bemikve?
Nein, man kann bemikve nicht, du kannst nicht tam, aber man kann es passieren, es war nicht.
Ja, guten Morgen. Was heißt nicht tam bemikve? Meichet nicht, da tam bemikve. Ich sage mal, mikve so passen mit den Sinnes tam.
It smells upon
Was?
It smells upon my mikveh.
Was?
It smells bad. It's still mikveh.
No.
My mikveh.
My musen, achurim. No.
I'm suchen is possible mikveh.
Come on. Kam rak kam noisen tam, in noisen tam. Suppose a mehr split. Okay, sag de Moshe. I feel the time claim the belavoch le kashe, the betrum hu de shaykh benoisen tam. Aber lo shaykh noisen tam gav mikve, u kshemashke be'am khashive, u kemashke be'am khashive in poisons. So Moshe takes a easy road here. And he's saying that was mishtarein trumas in the mikveh. Was hat trumas in the mikveh? Trumas in the sinus tam, and das hat nicht keine sinus tam. So meile passt nicht kein mikveh. The truma hu de shai benois tam, aber lo in shai nois in tam gab mikveh u kumashke be'am khashiv. No, the make wasn't at beneged the mikveh at zadin for mashke. When it did the selbe make wasn't. Was at zadin for mashke beneged the mikveh. Without mikveh is not totally in mashke. And Mele is alle make wasn't sai rach, sai kosher, sai mach, hat es different mashke, and the zelbe make wasn't the same exact one, whichever one it was kosher or the rach, even if let's say it was kosher, it was rach, and it's not a different mashke, but again to the mikveh, the same thing, but again to trumas, hat a different machal. Ukamashke be'al mechashiva, lein the poisloi, that's going to only begin to the mikveh. It doesn't feel right, but that's the pshat. It depends on what it is used for. I'm saying we did not fool this out. Kam berachim in the middle of the narrow light. Hamayim levadam hayotzimem is rach. Kam ba'oichel who pirish the kashim berachim. It's kashim and rach. That's an oichel. Nois netam betrume. So this is a bun teretz. Betrume toli benois netam. Das is bachila. That's what it is. That's what trum is. Ava mishemochi lo nafik mitoyis mashkin le'im mikra. Chod shafilu. Noch a kneitz. Chod shafilu benegay to trume. Hot is din for a machel. Because that's what Trum is. Trum is Toy Benois and Tam. Mishum Hochi, like nothing, it says, Leute, it's a Mashke, but when sie geht rein in the Trumas, hat es different Machel. When sie geht rein in the Mikveh, nein. Mishum Hochi, like nothing, mit Toy is Mashke in the Mikveh.
Was hat den Maschken? Das darf ich nicht sagen, was hat den Machel gab Trimme. Warum ist es Maschken?
Lass mal lernen zusammen, ja? Kann ich bestehen. Neues in Tam betrumme. Betrume toli benoisen tam. der Osse Bachila. Aber Mishum Hoche, das heißt, der Maschke, der Mekwossen, was man geht zu Trumme, hat er den von der Machel, und es wird Osse als Trumme. Weil es hat er Machel, es ist nicht kein Machel, es ist nicht kein Trumme, Meim, Trumme, nicht genistet. Es ist nur Osse, weil es ist Mekwossen, was er Machel für Trumme. Der Vater sagt, derselbe Sache, und man legt es in der Mikve, loi nofig mit Heus Maschke, hat es den für Maschke, und es ist kein Passel in der Mikve. Linie Mikve. Derselbe Sache, was man geht zu Trumme, ist es Osse, was er Mikve Osse mit es Osse, hat es den für Trumme, derselbe Sache, man legt es in der Mikve, hat es den für Maschke. Das steht, ich kann gut stehen. Wo das Name Perik Shacha sehr, Jain Tapuche, Bishu hat heute den Tag im Bekach, darf Tirish wie Yitze war am Rachman, das ist der Reise, der Gedin bei Trumme ist not Tirish wie Yitze, we steht in the Posik, has to be wine and oil. Heine Leine Chaimish. Aber komm okay, machen wir es, das Sin ist Tam, was soll das sollen, wo ich in einem Maß, das ist eine andere Sache. But upon the Moide Chidish do, that the selbe Sache, it depends where you put it. If you put it, bin ich to Trumme, was er denn für Macher. The selbe Mekwossen, man legt es in eine Mikve, hat es adem für Maschke, mehr kann es passen, the Mikve. Okay, we'll see tomorrow, the Rav Serulam, der weitermachen.
Ich lerne anders merken.
Wie lernt ihr?
Das Tösen sind genug.
Ich hoffe, gerne.
Eine Weile hat nicht zwei Dienen. Eins.
Ah, was?
Eine Weile
Ja.
hat zwei Dienen.
Ja.
Eins ist Usser Bachile.
Ja.
Zweitens ist mit Tam.
Ja.
Der Tösen ist, wie sagen sie, aber Sin ist Tam.
Ja.
Hat hätte, aber es Kosche, aber es hat Belehe